Hello everyone, I hope you are doing good. This is your physics teacher Moiz Ahmed and I welcome you on my YouTube channel Physics with Moiz Dawoodi. So today in this topic we are going to talk about base quantities and specifically base units. So before understanding base units we need to talk about base quantities, and according to the syllabus we have five most commonly used base quantities, namely length, using having SI base unit meter, mass, kilogram, time, seconds, temperature, Kelvin, and electric current, that is ampere. So before getting into the quantities, that means how what is the specific base unit of a particular quantity, let me give you a specific tip. That means we don't put any base unit into the denominator. We have to move it into the numerator, and in doing so the power of the unit inverses. That means if a power is positive, it becomes negative. If a power is negative, it becomes positive. So I have written down all the quantities which are commonly asked and the formula of the quantities. In that way, if you talk about velocity, the formula for the velocity is displacement upon time. So the base unit of displacement is meter and the time is second. Nothing into the denominator and it becomes ms minus 1. Similarly, if you talk about acceleration, the formula is v minus u upon t, and the simplified formula is change in velocity upon time. As we have already found out the base unit of velocity, so I have already written the velocity, base unit of velocity as it is. And nothing goes into the denominator, base is same, power add, it becomes ms minus 2. So the base unit of acceleration is ms minus 2, and I'll be using exactly ms minus 2 wherever the acceleration comes. Like here, F equals to ma. Mass as a base unit kilogram and acceleration as a base unit ms minus 2. Similarly, if you talk about work, that is force into displacement, force as a base unit kilogram, ms minus 2, and displacement has a base unit meter, which later on converts into kilogram meter square s minus 2. Area. Now, area depends upon shape. For instance, let me consider shape as circle, which is a formula pi r square. Pi is a number, it has no unit. So, r is radius, which lies under the domain of length, that is meter. So, square is given, it becomes meter square. Similarly, if you're talking about circle, as in 3 dimension, it becomes a sphere, and for the volume of the sphere, it becomes 4 upon 3 pi r cube. 4 upon 3 number, pi number, no base unit. So the base unit of radius is meter and cube is being added. Now, when you talk about pressure, pressure becomes force upon area. That means force as a base unit, we have already found out kg ms minus 2, and area as a base unit meter square. So it becomes kg m 1 minus 2 s minus 2. When this m square comes into numerator, power becomes minus. And later on, after some simplification, it becomes kg m minus 1 s minus 2. Then when you talk about density, the formula for density is mass upon volume. Mass is kilogram and the volume is meter cube. And later on it becomes kgm minus 3. Hydrostatic pressure, let me tell you one thing, whichever type of pressure you are going to talk about, whether it would be a general pressure, that is F upon A, or whether it would be a hydrostatic pressure, the base unit of pressure would be same. So pressure equals to density times acceleration due to gravity times height. Density times acceleration due to gravity, whichever type of acceleration, the unit will be same. If until unless the acceleration is in straight line or in a single direction. And height. So it would be kg m minus 3 plus 1 s minus 2. So kg m minus 1 s minus 2. As I told you earlier, whichever type of pressure would be the base units will be same. Now here comes kinetic energy. Same like this, if you talk about kinetic energy and work, they have same unit. And now we are going to prove that part that they both have the same unit. So let's discuss about it. So kinetic energy equals to half mv square. Half has no unit. So m is kilogram and velocity is ms minus 1. Of course, square is given. So I will put square and I will distribute square in meter and s minus 2. So it will become, so kilogram meter square s minus 2 is the final base unit of kinetic energy. Let's just compare this unit with work, kgm square s minus 2. And you can see here kgm square s minus 2. This is how work and energy can be replaced. Whether it is kinetic energy, unit will be same. That means for the case of mass, kilogram; for the case of acceleration due to gravity, ms minus 2; for the case of height, m. So kg m square s minus 2. If you talk about charge, charge is the product of current and time. Current has a base unit ampere and time has a base unit second. Similarly, when you talk about voltage, voltage has a formula of work upon charge. So we have already found out the base unit of work, that is kilogram m square s minus 2, and charge is ampere second. So kilogram m square a minus 1 s minus 2 minus 1, which will later on becomes kilogram m square s minus 3 a minus 1. This is the base unit of voltage or potential difference. Now here comes resistance. Resistance has a base unit formula voltage upon current. So voltage has a base unit kg m square s minus 3 a minus 1 upon a. So the simplified base unit of resistance will be kilogram m square s minus 3 a minus 2. Similarly, it's been asked in a different papers that what find out the base unit of gravitational constant, which will be later discussed in A2. So the formula for gravitational constant is Fr square over m1 m2. So F is force, that is kg ms minus 2, has a base unit. R is the distance, so measured in unit meter. Square is given, so I have put the square, and kg for both masses m1 and m2. Let me just cancel out 1 kilogram and it becomes m, this m and this m becomes m1 plus 2, that means m cube s minus 2 kg minus 1. So if we write it down in sequence, kg minus 1, m cube s minus 2 is the base unit of gravitational constant. Stress is another name of deforming pressure. So whichever base unit of pressure will be, it will be same as stress. And that is kg m minus 1 s minus 2. Strain is the ratio of change in length over original length, that means extension over length. Both are measured in meter, and hence you will not be having any unit, any base unit. And lastly, the formula for Young modulus is FL upon AE. That means force, length, area, extension. And it will be having the same base unit as the pressure or stress, kg m minus 1 s minus 2. So these were the some most commonly asked quantities which are being asked in paper to find out the base units. So let's have some past papers so that our concept becomes concrete. Define force. You can define force as the rate of change of momentum. the rate of change of momentum is called force. And write down the SI base unit of force, kg ms minus 2. Since it's state the unit of force, so you can provide one word answer. And then later on, what happens if you talk about force F is given between the 2 point charges, and the formula is basically Coulomb's law, which you will be discussing in A2, where Q1, Q2 are the charges, R is the distance, and epsilon, that is this curved E is known as epsilon, is basically the constant which depends upon the medium between the charges. And we need to find out the base unit of epsilon. First of all, we need to make it as subject. So it will be Q1, Q2 upon 4 pi r square f. Q1, we have already discussed previously that charge is current into time, so ampere second. And again, the second charge, ampere second. 4 pi number, no base units. R distance, meter square, and F force, kg ms minus 2. That means A square, S square, M minus 2 minus 1, because this M is also given. Kg minus 1, S. This minus 2, when comes in numerator, it becomes plus 2. So later on, what will you get? Kg minus 1, M minus 3, S4 A square. This is the base unit of epsilon. In that case, what are the SI base units of gamma? And you can see gamma is in the under root. So first of all, what we have to do, we have to put the square so that we can get rid of root. And in that way, V square becomes gamma P upon rho. And in that way, gamma will be found out like V square P upon, V square rho upon P. So, V is velocity, square density over pressure. So in that way, it will be m square s minus 2 kg m minus 3 kg m minus 1 s minus 2. So kg m minus 1, when it comes from denominator to numerator, it becomes the power inverses. So here kg and kg minus 1 becomes 0, and m square minus 3 plus 1. So m square minus 3 plus 1. And s minus 2 plus 2. So in that way, m will be having 2 minus 2, s minus 2 plus 2. In that way, m will be having no unit, s will be having no unit, and we also will be having no base unit. Now, let's have two more questions which are normally being asked, as they have always give the term or the equation, and they ask us to find out the power of any quantity. Like in that case, they are asking what is the unit value of n, which is the power of v, that is speed. CD is basically a constant with no unit, F is force, V is speed, rho is density, and A is the area. So let's find out. First of all, make this as subject. Now, V is speed. So I have put the base units instead of V, that is ms minus 1 power n. 2 has no unit, and the base unit of force is kg ms minus 2 upon CD has no unit, density kg m minus 3 and area m square. Kilogram cancels with kilogram and m s minus 2, and here what is remaining? Minus 3 plus 2 minus 1. When it comes in numerator, it becomes plus 1. So m square s minus 2, which can also be written as ms minus 1 whole power square. So if you compare these bases, when bases are same, power can be equated. So in that way, n is equivalent to 2. Okay. So again, if we do have another question, and that is P equals to K rho A V N. P is the power, rho is the density, A is the area, V is the speed, and K is constant with no units. We need to find out the value of N. First of all, make V N as a subject. And V is the speed, so ms minus 1. P is power. We have already found out the power in the previous question, and the base unit of power were kg m square s minus 3. So let's put these units as it is. Kg m square s minus 3. Now, upon k has no unit and rho has a unit of kg m minus 3 and area is m square. Let me cancel kilogram with each other. That way, m square and m minus 3, if it is in denominator, it comes in numerator. And if you talk about m minus 3, m square, it becomes m has raised to the power minus 1, which will convert into plus 1 when it comes in numerator. And s has the power minus 3. So in that way, m cube s minus 3, you can also write it as ms minus 1 whole power 3. So if you compare n 3, so n has a value of 3 because bases are same, power can be equated. C is the correct answer. So up till now, I hope you have understood the concept clearly. If you do not forget to like, subscribe and push the bell icon so that you don't have to miss any future video. May God bless you. Thank you.